But Melody, real quick, I want to get your thoughts just because we have two movers today, and Jared talked about the fact that we're seeing pretty significant gains on Amazon, but Rackspace Technology, that stock up just around 13% right now. And this comes after a Reuters report that Amazon wants to buy a minority stake in Rackspace. I'm just curious, just your thoughts, because this is an AWS play, so a cloud play, but it goes hand in hand with what we've been talking about over the last several weeks. And that's just the fact that the cloud is so important right now, especially in this work from home type of environment that we're all in.
Yeah, and Shauna, just how many ways you can slice the cloud pie, right? I think that has been the most revealing nugget when you think about cloud services and how, Rackspace is a perfect example of being a top competitor, but also a top partner of a firm like Amazon. I think this report is very interesting and timely because let's remember, back up a little bit. Rackspace was private, is backed by Apollo Management. They went public again on August 5th. We actually spoke with the CEO on the Move, our earlier program, and I did ask him about the sort of multifaceted nature of the business and why a competitor like Amazon wouldn't just create this sort of server data transfer technology and the consultancy side of things that Rackspace provides. And he sort of said, that's an interesting point, and it's something that we're trying to explore and find different ways, to really serve our partners better. What I kind of interpreted that to mean, and that's why this news isn't necessarily a shock, is that, to be honest, I don't know if they can go it alone for that much longer. What's very clear right now, though, is investors are very happy. The stock did climb as much as 19% at one point, and that's a huge kind of contrast to the IPO when shares actually fell 20%. Investors were not necessarily exuberant about the possibility of Rackspace carving out this somewhat niche space during this time. What I'm curious about, of course, the terms of the deal, the negotiations are ongoing. We don't have any concrete evidence just yet that this will actually happen, is whether there would be an exclusive clause, right? I'm curious to see whether Rackspace would only be able to work with Amazon, or right now they have about 150,000 different partnerships across the world, including the likes of top competitors like Google and Microsoft. So I'm curious to see if this is just another way of Amazon trying to secure its positioning, especially during an environment where year-over-year gains seem to be slowing down. It seems like that run-up that we had seen over the last few quarters, there's a bit of calibration happening in the market.
And guys, one more interesting note on this report, as Melody said, not final at all, but Rackspace, an existing AWS partner, and you don't as often see Amazon taking a partial stake in a company. More often you would just see Amazon buy it outright. So interesting to take a stake if this report is right, and interesting that it's with AWS being the acquiring stake. Of course, it's all Amazon, but as Melody said, in some ways not surprising that AWS wants to grow its footprint, but also, usually you would just see a full-out acquisition here from Amazon.
Yeah, it certainly is interesting. And Melody, especially what you were saying just about the potential of an exclusive clause. So that will be interesting to see whether or not that is included if this, in fact, does go through and we do get this deal like the Reuters report is saying. But again, Rackspace, that stock up just around 11% right now. So huge gains there.